G'day, Ben from Melbourne here. This time we're going to discuss the New York City leg of the world tour. What a city! So much fun. Got an awesome vibe to it. Feel like even though I was there for like 7 or 8 days and tried to do 3 or 4 things every day, I just scratched the surface. There's just so much to see and do. So lucky to meet up with my good friend Shaun, he of Shaun Spins. You got to check out his YouTube channel. It's friggin' awesome. He's an artist, an eccentric, an all-round great guy. Anyway, he took me to a few great record stores, which were in like Greenwich Village and the Bowery kind of area. Went to a lot of other places after that, like Central Park. You got to do that. You got to go to the Met, and you got to go to the Museum of Modern Art as well. And as well as that, do the bloody ferry rides. Went to Astoria, went to Brooklyn. Just, yeah, so much to do. The Skyline Walk. I'll add photos in and that. And sorry in advance, some of the record store names have escaped me at the moment, but when I put a few photos up, I'll put in the business down here where they are. Pretty cool places. I could have spent a bazillion more dollars, but I was going to Japan after this, and those record stores are off the hook as well. Had a great time. Shaun's just like perfect host, when the man comes from Philly to spend the whole day with you, he's a stand-up great guy, and you start with pancakes. It's going to be a good day. Anyway, first place we went to is a place I just can't think of the name of at the moment. It's like Generation Records or something like that. Anyway, it'll say, also I'll put Shaun's a link to his channel down below as well. Great stuff, very good on the video editing, and funny as hell. Anyway, just bought one record from the first place, which Shaun said to me, "You're in New York, this is like as New York a record as you can get." And of course it's Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel with White Lines Don't Do It. On Sugar Hill Records, 12-inch. It's pretty happy to score a nice copy of that. And then we went to Stranded Records, which I think also has a label or some label affiliation. The dude in there was awesome. Got talking to him, worded me up on a few cool things around town to check out as well, and a great store. I got a few things off him. I got the Tad record, Inhaler. Love 90s Tad, and late 80s Tad, of course. This is the kind of like shit that I consider grunge. Not I'm gonna offend a few people, but yeah, I won't say. But to me, it's Tad, Mudhoney, that kind of shit is like the heavy duty shit is grunge to me. And then bit of krautrock, ambient style krautrock with Rodelius and his album Self Portrait. Rodelius was in Harmonia, I think. Definitely work with Eno as well. If you love that 70s, krautrock stuff, you'll love this. This is more on the ambient side of things. Brilliant record. And then in Stranded Records, he was playing this record, and it just sounded great. Had no idea what it was. And I asked him, and he showed me, and I was like, I'm going to buy that. And it's a dude called Chris Forsyth. Still playing around. The album's called All Time Present, and it's a few years old now, I think, this record. But if you like indie rock, but just really well put together songs, and if you're a guitarist, I think you would love the guitar work on this as well. Just Really great record, real surprise. Love it when you walk into a record store and hear something you haven't heard before. And yeah, it's as good as this. Like, great double album. I highly recommend this. It's great, one of those great surprises that you wouldn't even think to look for unless it was playing in the store. Ripping record. Next place we went to was, I think it was just called Vinyl or The Vinyl. Anyway, I don't know why I'm bothering. It's going to be down below. I was informed by Shaun that this is the place where the Wu-Tang Clan shopped, or still shop, maybe used to shop, to buy their records for all their samples. So, had to go in there and check out that place. And whoa, there was some cool cats in there, which were obviously dudes who were looking for their own records to find some tasty breaks on. So, of course, sticking with the whole New York hip-hop thing, 12-inch of Planet Rock on Tommy Boy, Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force, of course. Just an absolute banging classic. This one's for MGK Boston. Reminds me I still one day have to go through my roots reggae, ska, rocksteady dub collection for you because the man likes a tasty fat dub beat. And I couldn't go past this. King Tubby meets the Upsetter. Of course, Lee Perry and King Tubby, the masters of dub at the grassroots of dub. And so this is like side one. Is King Tubby, and side two is the Upsetter. And I love the back how it's got like the consoles which each of these dudes used back in the day. Killer stuff. And then I found this, which could be a bootleg or I'm not 100% sure, but this is going to be awesome because I knew of the Cut Chemist and DJ Shadow performances, and I've got a legit CD which I think has got different tracks than this. I don't know, like this just could be a compilation in tribute to that or not, but it's got some just killer stuff. So the idea behind it was those two like would do sets of soul rare 45 all soul, rare soul and all that sort of shit, like funky stuff as well. That's what I was trying to say. And funk. And do these awesome DJ sets. And this is a double album. Like it's got, just have a look on here. You've got Rufus Thomas, Odetta, which is a weird one. I can't wait to hear how they slice that together. Gary Bird, Thunder and Lightning. So killer stuff. Great cover too. I'm pretty sure it's a legit, maybe, release with Cut Chemist and DJ Shadow. The only thing that worries me is their faces are kind of blanked out. But anyway, whatever. And then to finish not second last one, found a great girl groups comp on Motown. So this has just got classics on it by, Shangri-La's, The Supremes, Mary Wells, Dixie Carps, Shirelles, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you got Give Him a Great Big Kiss, My Guy. What else we got on here? Dancing in the Street, My Boyfriend's Back by the Angels. Just, you got to have a girl groups comp. It's great stuff, and especially on Motown. And last of all, because I was in the Wu-Tang store, Shaun just put this in my hand and said, get it. So I did get it, and it's Protect Your Neck by the Wu-Tang Clan, 12-inch. Beautiful. So, that was my day with Shaun. Awesome day. Two other things I'll tell you about. I tried to go to a couple of gigs without success. I bought tickets to go see the great garage punk band 9 Pound Hammer. from back in like the 80s and 90s. They're on the Crip label, so you know what I'm talking about there. And just weirdly enough, they were playing with Australia's Cosmic Psychos, and I actually bought tickets to that. And then about 10 o'clock the night before in the evening, I was just checked my email, and up come an email from the place I bought the tickets from, and I thought it was just a confirmation to say show's on tomorrow, but I opened it up and it said the venue had changed. And when I checked out the venue, it would have been like about 2 hours further away from where it was. And the weird thing was they changed it to be 1 p.m. in the middle of the day instead of at night. And I was just kind of like, well, fuck that. I don't even know how to get back from there or how to get to there. And I'd already arranged to meet up with another friend who lives in New York, who's just moved over there 12 months ago, and we're going to go see the Yankees play, and he'd already bought tickets. So I was just like, sorry, but I'm just going to have to get a refund. And then I checked out another night, Guided by Voices were playing, and the system is like mental to buy tickets, because it reminded me of the old days when you used to have to ring and it would be engaged, and you'd have to redial and engage and redial and engage, because you would log into the site to try and buy the ticket, and instead of just putting you in a queue, it would just keep kicking you out until you were successful. And of course, after like half an hour, I just gave up, because I was like, fuck this. On holidays, I got other things to do than just sit here and keep refreshing and going back in and back in. And then lastly, I thought, okay, all right, what else is possibly on? I'll go see Wilco, because I don't mind Wilco. Playing at the Beacon Theatre, I heard of that, meant to be a pretty cool venue. And then I looked it up and it was like 200 or more bucks US. And that is like basically double for me in Australian. And that was like, I like Wilco, but not that fucking much. So, didn't go to any gigs is the short story, short version of that story. But all the same, I love New York and I would go back. And one more record store I went to was the New York arm of Rough Trade, which I went to Rough Trade about 25 years ago when I was in London, and fantastic store, got a heap of cool stuff. So I thought I'll check it out. Shaun said to me the day before, or whatever day it was, no, don't go there because they're too expensive. But I was like, I'm on holiday, I want to check this shit out. Anyway, so there's the Rough Trade bag. All the other ones, it was just plain paper bag. So I bought a few newer things. It was like the Rough Trade exclusive of Soft Kill with their record Escape Forever. This is really good indie rock, bit of a post-rock new wave. You know when new wave kind of got a little bit funky feel. Good shit. Been around for a little while, which I didn't realise. This is the only one I knew of. Another one by the band, Jesus, Pink on Purple is Hard to Read, Dead, with their album Poetry. Haven't delved into this one yet. Heard good things about it though. Yeah, like nice gatefold too. Anyway, that's Dead, D-E-H-D. And lastly, Night Beats on Fuzz Club Records, self-titled record. This one I took a bit of a chance on because I had heard by some, and I like the Fuzz Club Records label as well, but I had heard on the grapevine of people with similar tastes that this is possibly one of the best garage rock records of the last 10 years. It is, I think, from about 10 years ago. Haven't heard it yet, so I can't confirm that, but pretty excited to have a listen to this. Anyway, that was my adventures in New York. Some funny things happened, like in Central Park. You got to find, the sculpture that Jimi Hendrix posed on for Electric Ladyland. Did that. And then, of course, not that I want to promote the Beatles in the VC, but, you're in Central Park, you may as well go see Strawberry Fields. The directions and maps are like kind of vague, so you have a general idea of where you are. And we got where I thought must be close, and I was like, but I'm not sure which way to go because there was not a sign that said Strawberry Fields to the left or to the right. And then just as I'm thinking, which way will I go? I thought I might have been having like a stroke or some kind of brain fry because it was freaking hot and humid. And I was like, I can hear the song Strawberry Fields. This it can't be. And I said to my wife, "Can you hear that?" And she confirmed it, so I wasn't losing my mind. And we're like, "That's got to be where it is." So we followed it, and then in front of Strawberry Fields, where the big circle which says "Imagine" and all that shit, there was like a band, but they were like about 5 or 6 guitarists with little, strap-on amplifiers, a bass player, keyboard guy with the guitar, and 2 drummers, one playing the snare and one playing the kick, and they were playing Strawberry Fields Forever. It was kind of like, wow. And I don't know if it was an anniversary or whatever, but there was people there checking it out, and they sounded pretty good to me. It was an instrumental version. And then after that, everyone gave them a clap, and then they're like, oh, we're going to play an original. And everybody walked away, of course. I checked them out for a bit longer, and yeah, not bad. They were a bit psychedelic sounding, so that was kind of cool. Went to MoMA, saw some real life Rothko paintings that blew my mind. Saw some Jackson Pollock, one of my favourites, the Big Dripper, as I like to call him. Um, Starry Night by Van Gogh and the Postman, like, just got my art on big time. That was mind blowing. I love that shit. Ate amazing food every day. We don't have much South American food in Melbourne. Like, we have a great mix of Asian, Italian, Greek, and lots of other things. But yeah, not a big Latino community over here. So it was so cool to try a lot of that food as well. And beers. People, I always thought that American beer would be shit because I've tried Miller's and Bud and all that crap and Paps. It's like drinking dog piss. It's just watery and got no guts. But to my surprise, there was lots of great local New York breweries, so enjoyed a beer or two. And anyway, I'll stop waffling on now and put a few highlight photos after this. Anyway, I'll see you soon for the Japanese one. See ya!